International Women's Day. A blessed day to all of you. It's amazing. I know every day, I feel every day should be Women's Day, because if you look at the things that women do all around the world every day, it's not ordinary. I think women are super women. They are superhumans. So yes, let us go straight. I don't want to bore you, because talking about all the issues that affect women is really lengthy. It's not something we can all tackle in a day. So I'll summarize to the number one thing that I want to talk about today. First and first, I just didn't want to talk about something because it is International Women's Day, so everybody should write an article, everybody should post a picture and stuff. I actually attended a women's event yesterday, the Enabled Woman. Yeah, it is a hangout, the Enabled Women's Hangout. It's something that was organized by a few group of friends who just sat down and were talking and felt, and there's a need for them to organize something so that they can, they wanted to actually organize something to appreciate their customers, because one of them has a fashion outlet, the other has a skid store, and all that. So aside that, they initially wanted to organize something just to appreciate their customers, and because they are women in business and stuff. But then that conversation led them to say, why not organize something that would affect that would benefit every woman out there who wants to attend? And voila, they came up with the Enabled Women's Hangout, which held yesterday, the 7th of March 2020. So. And well, it was very amazing. Usually my weekends, I spend my weekends just at home sleeping, because my weekdays are really stressful and busy. I spend my weekdays, wake up very early as 4 a.m. I make so much stuff, then get prepared and make sure I'm at work before 8 or 9. So my weekdays are really stressful. So my weekends are just for rest, sleep. So for me to take my time and say, okay, I'm going to attend this event today on a Saturday, I had to make sure I got the best out of that event and I did not just waste my time. So there were 3 segments to that event. There were amazing women who talked. One of the topic was on building self-confidence. Okay, basically self-confidence and putting yourself out there. The second one was about do not burn out, stay lit. That is, it has to do with mental health and making sure that your mental and physical health is top notch, is lit, completely lit, so that you're good to go and pursue your dreams. If your mental health is not all right, then you won't be able to pursue all the things you want to pursue in life, right? Then the last one was on ensuring taking care of your eyesight. Yeah, that was it. So amidst everything, I took notes. So I'll just pick out a few things that stood out for me in the whole of the lecture, then we can analyze. Now, I am not going to read it out word for word. I'm just going to explain how I interpreted them and why this particular point stood out for me and why I'm learning. And then I want you all to understand, anytime I send out a podcast or a vlog, it's not because I am saying I am exceptional and I know it all. It's basically just me saying I am willing to learn on this topic and I have learned something new. Let us learn together. Hafsat Ochepa is not one outstanding person who has all the certificates in all the fields that she talks about. She's just someone who is curious to learning. Yes, and one of the first thing that stood out for me, and this was from the confidence building topic, was she said the first step to confidence is to ask yourself, who are you? I'm sure most of us might have heard this or read this somewhere. And then yeah, so the first step to self-confidence is to ask yourself, who are you? What are the things you stand for? What are the things you enjoy to do? Okay, you can only be truly confident if you understand yourself completely. And I think I understand this, because there's no way I want to put on my crown and pursue the world and take over the world when I do not even know what I've got to offer the world. And it's not about even knowing what you have to offer the world, it's about believing in what you have to offer the world. Okay, so when I heard this, that was the first thing that came to mind, because not so long ago I had this interaction with a friend of mine, talking to him about identity wars. I don't know if it's a thing, but I call it identity wars, because I believe we humans, everybody out there, it's becoming a thing where people are really trying to set a balance, to identify themselves. People are really, it's really difficult, because in our heads we are one thing, and in the eyes of our family and friends we are another. So there's always this difficulty in trying to balance our identities. So this is why this particular thing stood out for me. This particular point stood out for me. Okay. Yes. So who are you? And what she said again in this, after this particular point, was, if you're finding it difficult to understand who you are, do not beat yourself to it. Take baby steps. It could be as simple as looking yourself in the mirror every day or once in a while. Look at yourself, and in trying to know who you are, say the first simple things that you can see. Now this is let's assume this camera right here is my mirror. Who am I? Okay, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing a beautiful face. I am seeing a female beautiful face with amazing eyes, pink good lips, and an amazing smile. Those are baby steps into knowing who I am. So I am Hafsat, a girl with a beautiful face, lovely eyes, and a beautiful smile. It's not all that. I know you want to get into the deeper parts where you talk about how you are a strong woman, but you cannot just tell yourself you are a strong woman and it will stick. You have to convince yourself that you are a strong woman. So now this is something you can see. That's why it's easy for you to say. You can see your eyes, you can see your lips, you can see your face. So you can say that. You can say all the positive things that you see in the mirror. But in talking about who you are internally, it will take a whole lot of work. It's a whole lot of work, but it's doable. You can achieve it. So the next point here is, know the talents you have and move naturally in them. I believe, in as much as we are finding it difficult to know ourselves and understand who we are, nobody knows us better than we know ourselves. We've heard it several times, so people will say, so person knows you better than you know yourself. I think it's just cliche, it's just a saying. You know yourself because you know you're the only person with yourself when you go down on your knees to God. You're the only person with yourself when you commit that, when you do that bad thing that you beat yourself to. You're the only person with yourself when you feel bad about this and that, and you're the only person with yourself when you make promises to change a bad habit. So you know yourself better than another person. So what am I trying to say here is, you know your talents. Forget about what everybody around is telling you that you are good at. Sometimes people tell us that we are good at stuff, but we just hear and smile, but it doesn't really go down in us. We do not really believe it completely. Some people hear this and decide to develop themselves based on things people have said that they are good at, but some other people, it takes a whole lot of work for them to be able to act based on what people say that they are good at. Some people want that passion to come from within. For me now, I will not necessarily say it because I will not want you guys to maybe feel like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but I know the things that I am good at, and I believe that that's my calling, and I want to pursue a career in that particular thing that I know I am good at. Okay, so what am I going to do? For example, maybe what I think I am good at is talking, and I have been able to convince myself that I want to pursue something great. My success, I want it to come out from that line. What am I going to do? It's as simple as making sure that all the blogs and all the people you follow on your social media handles are people who are talkers, who are conversationalists, who are communicators, people who you'll be able to learn from, people who will be able to post contents to guide you, people who will post contents, maybe if there is a few trainings or seminars here and there that will help you in developing yourself in that field, okay, so that you are aware, you're putting yourself in that line, okay, yes. So the next tip here is, the things that you do naturally are going to feed your confidence. The things that you do naturally are going to feed your confidence. Listen to the words and the things that you tell yourself. Even in jokes, maybe you said something that you feel is quite very harsh, and you say, shit man, I'm messed up. Like, who does this? You are crazy. Be careful with the negative words you say to yourself. be careful. Some of them stick and they make you become who you are later on. The next one here is keep positive company. Whoever has your ears has your heart. So do not allow your ears feed on the words of negative people. We've always heard about keeping away negative company and not keeping negative company. Now this is what it means. Now negative company could be toxic people, it could be people who do not believe in you, people who are always trying to bring you down, who see you as a competition, who do not want to help you achieve your dreams, who are just out against you naturally. So try and analyze the company you keep. Are you around people who, when you tell them one idea that you want to do, the next thing they say is, you, can you even do that? Be careful, because in as much as you think you're so confident in yourself, that's little, can you even do that, will begin to sink in, and you now start questioning yourself over the long run. So be careful. Do not put yourself in a place where people around you, all the people around you do not believe in you or are not willing to help you achieve your dreams. Put yourself in a very, very positive environment where everybody is willing to hear your new idea, the new thing you've come up with, and helping you to pursue it. Okay? And the next one is, alright, yes, as I was saying, so the next tip here is, every negative emotion you indulge in makes your confidence drop. Every negative emotion that you indulge in, I'm sorry for that brief break. There was an interruption in my video. I'm very sorry. So the last point I made mention of was every negative emotion you indulge in makes your confidence drop. Yeah, I think that's quite self-explanatory. Just think about it. Now let us switch a negative now to positive. If you always keep putting in positive words into your subconscious, maybe you have a mantra or a daily affirmation, you wake up first thing in the morning and you tell yourself, I am powerful, I am going to take over the world, I'm going to pursue my dreams, today is going to be easy, I'm going to be able to achieve or clear out all my tasks today. Just observe how that day would go for you compared to when you allow negative thoughts. Oh my god, to think I'm the one saying this is even trying to it's so funny right now, because some days back I was harboring so much doubts about something, and my friend was like, do not think negative, Hafsat, you're allowing negative thoughts to sink in. And to think of how much I have read about the law of attraction, why would I allow myself to do this to myself? I was literally negative about that particular thing, and I'm really disappointed in myself. I know, negative, yeah, but then I'm just on a lighter surface, yeah, on a lighter note. So we tend to do that a lot, and I mean, you can only be your own cheerleader. You can only be the only person who understands yourself better. You're the only one who wears that shoe, so you should know how to cut yourself some slack. All right. So the next tip here is, be content with what you have and where you are. When you start being envious, you pass the message that where you are is not enough. Hence, you kill your confidence. Now, there's a flip side to this. There's two sides to this. This now is trying to tell us that, so there are some people that will tell you that it's okay to be envious, but it's not okay to be jealous. There's a difference between envy and jealousy. But I believe there's a thin line between envy and jealousy. And what these people are trying to explain to us here is that when you allow yourself to keep on looking at somebody and be like, envy about what that person, you're telling yourself that I do not have what that person has. And what I have right now is not enough. I want what that person has. There's nothing wrong in wanting something good and something the best for, and wanting the best for yourself. But you need to understand that it's not just in wanting the best. It starts from wanting what that person has. Then you get what that person has. Before you know it, you're now looking at what the other person has, and then you have developed the character, and it keeps growing like that. It keeps eating you up. So it's okay if you're looking at it from maybe like a business angle now, where maybe it's all about the next step. It's all about the next milestone for you. It's different. But we're talking about personal lifestyle development here. So be watchful of that. And I really want to go straight to the point to why I decided to do this video today. I have something I really want to talk about. It was actually based on what is trending on social media right now. So the next one here is your soul must be healed for you to be a confident person. It's all about, you know your story, you know where you're coming from, you know all the things that probably people have hurt you, and you're harboring some kind of pain and anger inside. Believe me, you cannot take on the world when you have all that holding you down. You might think it's not holding you down, but it actually is. It actually is. And now it might not necessarily be negativity from people around you. It could be not forgiving yourself for something that you have done before. It could be you are still grieving over that person who left, who passed on, and you are still blaming yourself for it, or you are still holding on to the darkness of that particular grieving. Your soul needs to heal for you to take on the next step. Our soul is pretty important. The next thing about the soul here again is the soul is the seat of emotions and is a hold for negative things. To kill fear, the soul must be healed completely. So there's no way you can be afraid of things and you want to be a confident woman who is taking on the world, who is pursuing things and achieving things. There's no way you can have fear and still do that. It's not possible. So how can you kill fear and pursue and all that? Is by making sure that you do not harbor all that bitterness that comes with feeding your soul with negative thoughts. Okay? The soul is like a sponge. It sucks into what you feed it off. The last thing here is look fear in the eyes and ask, what's the worst that can happen? The opposite of fear is faith. So once you allow fear to build up in you, you are killing your faith. So you need to believe in yourself so that people can believe in you, basically. So let us go to the Gengen topic of today. First of all, Wema Bank is trending. Let's not go there. We know why. Secondly, Stanbic Bank posted something very, very outstanding. I love Stanbic. I'm not a customer, but because of what they posted, I think I'm going to go open an account with them. The Stanbic Bank group on Twitter tweeted something basically saying to set gender equity in motion, and they created the hashtag rewrite the rules. I am in love with this because anybody who knows me knows that I stand for equity against equality. I'm not against equality, but I stand for equity. What is equity? Equity is fairness, as simple as that. Fairness. I mean, I'm willing for someone to sit down and educate me more on gender equality. Maybe all I have been reading and hearing is not what I'm misinterpreting it. But from all I have read and understood, I believe I want equity more than I want equality. I'm a woman who knows what I want. I'm a woman who knows my talents. I'm a woman who knows that I can do certain things better than another man. So why do I want to be treated equally to a man when I can be more? There are a few benefits that comes with being a woman, and so are there other benefits that comes with being a man. Equality is not the answer. Equality is just something that I think it comes from a human rights movement and stuff. I don't believe it is the answer. I believe women were created for a purpose. You are a queen. You are a queen. Why are you fighting to be a king? Why are you fighting to be a king? If a king was all that, there will be a king of England and not a queen of England ruling her empire. There is so much power. I believe pursuing what a man owns or pursuing equality with a man is belittling myself. And then I saw the whole trend about pursuing and wanting equal number of women to men in the boardroom. Okay, I hear you. But is that just it? I want to be, okay, what if they now give us that? They just give us the equal number of women in the boardroom as men, whereas the person heading that board is a man or a woman who, let's assume is a man who is heading that board, but then there is a woman on that table who can head that board better than that person. It's not about the number of people in the boardroom for me. It's about the right person sitting at the top or at the head of that table. It's about the right person leading that, heading that company, the person who has more experience and the most who has the most experience and the most credentials, who has the most, generally everything, to lead that company or to head that position. I do not want you to hand things to me simply because you want to please the world and you want to appear to be someone who is pro-gender equality to the world. I want to achieve things knowing that I am deserving of them. Don't give it to me because I am a woman. Give it to me because I know what I am doing and you know I can do it better than any person, underline person. I can do it better than any person in that room, irrespective of their gender or their age or their family background. There are so many things that is standing in the way of us achieving things, and not just the gender of the other person. Come on, let us be real. Let us be real. I know that, yes, gender equality, I know the other positive things it stands for, but I'm just saying, man, like, fairness. The man in that boardroom should get what he deserves, as I should. Okay, as I should. I am a woman. I do not want to be treated the same way you're treating a man. There's a way I should be treated. I should be treated like a queen. I should be treated as the woman that I am. Okay, it's okay if you want to do, if you naturally try to pursue things that are being seen as manly, but do not blame the world for seeing some particular things as a man's thing. Just because we see it as a man's thing doesn't necessarily mean we are going to criticize you for doing it as a woman. Go on, take on the world. But then it's just like, I really I think I had so many examples before starting on this video. So please, okay, people who are attacking Wema Bank for that post, I really do not see anything wrong in that. Wema Bank was simply cheering women and telling them that they can do better. Are we perfect? Of course we can do better. Of course we can do better. Now, I know it's not only the woman's responsibility to raise a child and to care for the child. I know it takes both the man and the woman to raise children, but let's be true to ourselves. Most of the time, majority of the time, the children spend more time with their mothers. Okay, so if that is a fact, if that's a known fact now, that children spend more times with their mothers, why not just accept the advice? If you happen to be a woman who you know that knows that I spend more time with my children than my husband, take on the advice and do better in raising good children, in raising a child who doesn't seem, if it's a boy, make sure you do not raise a boy who comes up with the whole toxic masculinity, who believes he deserves things simply because he's a man. If he's a woman, make sure you raise a woman who does not see it as being wrong for a man to cry. Let us raise good children, basically. Let's not raise children who bully their friends in school. But if it's your husband who spends much more time with the kids, there's nothing wrong in sharing that message with him so that he's more aware of how to go about it, okay? So I'm open to suggestions, and let us interact, please. Send in your comments and your thoughts on this topic. What do you think about the message that Wema Bank said, and what do you think about equity over equality? But aside all that, happy International Women's Day to all the women out there. It doesn't matter what you're doing, where you are. Just know that simply being a woman simply being a woman, there's a crown on your head. Wear it on and call yourself a queen, call yourself an excellency, call yourself a majesty, call yourself whatever name you want to call yourself, because you're a woman and it's not easy being a woman, okay? Bye.